Hello all, Bowtie Security Guy here with our second video of the Servant Leadership Mindset series. Um, this one is seek ideas and contribution. You want to constantly look to your team for ideas. You want to create an environment where they don't feel like your ideas are the only solution. I always say if I'm the smartest person in the room, there is a problem because I hire really smart people to challenge and to come up with ideas. And if you come into a meeting with a completed thought and you're very much one of those leaders who like defends their idea because like it's their idea and they take it personal if you question them. I've had many of those leaders in my career. You're not going to innovate anything. You're going to create an environment of demoralization and people who don't want to work for you because they're never heard. Listening is a huge, huge part of servant leadership. Listening is the key between being a servant leader and not in many cases. Because if you're not actively listening to your employees, you're not going to catch on to what they're telling you. You're not going to see the problems that they're telling you. You're not going to hear the brilliant ideas that they come up with because you're going to be too focused on yourself, or you're going to be too focused on what's important to you and not what's the right thing for the team, or what is the thing that they want to come up with, or the idea or the challenge to the normal status quo that they want to do that you're stomping on because you're not actively listening when they tell you things. Seeking ideas and contributions is incredibly, incredibly important because not everyone feels like they have a voice. You can use that one-on-one time that you have weekly to kind of chat with them and talk it up, see how they're doing. This includes, challenging what they may think is the right idea. Hey, here's what if we did it this way? And if they say, no, 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 I really want to do it this way, it's your job as a leader to encourage that, to say, all right, let's try it. Let's see what happens. Many times we are so afraid to let people fail because we have failed. We don't really think about the fact that they could be successful. I think that was a big mistake I had early in my leadership career is that I didn't give people an opportunity to fail. I didn't seek their ideas or their contributions. I came with huge completed thoughts to a meeting. I had thought of everything, and I felt I was helping the group by solving all the problems before they even mentioned them. But really, I was hurting people because they didn't feel like they were heard. They didn't feel like they had any contribution to the team. They didn't feel like a team. They felt like worker bees just following what the boss told them to do. I try to create a team environment where we all support each other. My overall team is quite large, but then in addition to that, my leaders have people underneath them, and they're also part of my team. So we all support each other. I don't get upset if somebody tries to reach out to my team member without talking to me first. I don't do those things. Like we're all trying to solve the same thing and help the same problem. Let's just work together. Let's put our egos aside and let's seek ideas and contribute and contributions from our team members who may feel like they don't have a voice. Giving a platform to everyone, whether it's in a meeting or whether it's in a one-on-one, is incredibly important because it helps them be part of the solutions that you're creating and not just part of doing the work. Like it can be really, really boring if you're just executing on someone else's vision and you literally had nothing to do with it. I know early on I spent a fair amount of time coming up with these huge completed thoughts, and then I would go to a meeting and I would present it and I would have this completed idea and everyone would be like, "Oh, that's awesome." But then there were these people who I didn't know until later were like they had better ideas or things that could have done things differently or how we could have done things faster, but they didn't want to challenge a completed thought. So my challenge to you is to come with a partial idea and let people build on it so they feel like they're contributing. So they feel like they're actually being listened to. That is so important and it's so missed in a day to day because we get stressed, we have a ton of work, We have a ton of deadlines. We have all these different things that we're worried about. We're worried about people's careers and all kinds of stuff. But you've got to make the time to actively listen. You've got to seek out ideas. Don't just wait for people to bring them. Bring partial ideas to people and have them help you flush them out. That's a great way to kind of seek contribution. It's a great way to get people to engage when they wouldn't feel comfortable engaging, and it's a great way to come up with a solution that everyone is a part of, as opposed to you as the leader coming up with the idea and then just making everyone execute your vision. We are not directing a movie. We are working in technology, and technology is a very nebulous thing. If you're not constantly reading the news, even if you are, there could have been something that you missed that could be pivotal in getting your work done faster, smarter, better, stronger. But if you're not actively listening to the team members and you're not engaging them, you are simply never going to hear it. Good luck out there.